Welcome to BananaBites, where we craft better code one byte at a time. Each episode lives in its own repository. You can clone, run, and explore. Every BananaBites project starts small, a single idea, a bit of code, and a makefile. Here's what the BananaBites project structure looks like. The makefile, the code, and the documentation in a README. That's it. Simple, clear, and complete. Today, we'll look at the one file that starts them all, the Makefile, and how it can act as a human API for your project. Using a Makefile, you can execute things. We'll see that in a second. But this isn't about automation, it's about orientation. The Makefile lists a few clear commands that describe what you can do. Each target is a verb. Run server, run browser, small words that tell you what's possible. Readable, discoverable, executable. Documentation that runs. Run server runs a simple Python server, serving our BananaBites page. Run browser just opens a browser and points it to our local server. Nothing complex, just a clear connection between idea and execution. That's the beauty of small intentional design. Two things you usually do here in this project, two things mentioned in the Makefile. Makefiles go way back. They were invented in the 1970s to build C projects. Traditionally, a rule describes what output to create by using what input, applying the recipe written below. Over time, Makefiles often became quite complex, and you might still stumble upon some of those old cryptic ones in the wild. For simple tools, I still like using them to build, but for bigger projects, you'll usually find more sophisticated build systems. Make has also a lot of built-in features like implicit rules, which can sometimes lead to confusing behavior. Let me show you a little example. Let's try out this rule. It requires a file hello.c, so we write a simple hello world. Because I don't want to mix it up with existing code, I put everything in a folder called traditional. When we run our rule, it takes our input file hello.c and creates an output file, the executable hello. We can run it on the command line. If we now execute the Makefile rule again, Make will tell us the executable is up to date. This is because Make compares the modification time of the input file hello.c against the modification time of the output file hello. The rule will only be executed if the input file is newer, because that means it has been edited since the last run. So we delete our executable and experiment a bit. If we remove the recipe, we can see that our rule can still produce an executable. We can even go one step further and remove the Makefile entirely, and Make is still able to guess what we mean. All of this because Make has these implicit rules and hidden features. I'm showing you this to make you aware that there are small quirks you might forget about when using a Makefile, just like we will. In the BananaBites episodes, there might be a simple C project where we also use a Makefile to build executables. But in most cases, you'll find a root Makefile that acts as human API, providing all the important actions you can perform. So we usually take this one basic timeless idea, describe what can be done, and make it easy to do. And that's where a little trick can help us. You'll often see a line listing some PHONY targets in a Makefile, usually at the top. PHONY, run server, run browser. It simply tells Make that we don't intend to build files named run server or run browser with these rules, but rather to treat them as commands, so nothing breaks if a file happens to have the same name. And there is a nice side effect. Most shells can autocomplete Make targets. Just type Make and hit Tab, and you get a free command palette. In BananaBites, the README tells the story. and the Makefile lets you live it. Both are about clarity, small things that make a project feel approachable. That's craftsmanship in practice. Design that respects the next person who reads your code. A good Makefile doesn't just run your code, it tells your story. Every BananaBites episode will follow this pattern. A small runnable project with reasoning behind every detail. From code to visuals, we'll explore what it means to design with intent. My name is Hannes, and this was BananaBites.